Word problem with addition or subtraction of integers. The table gives the temperatures in degrees Fahrenheit in 5 cities at 6 a.m. on the same day. Use the table to answer the questions. By noon, the temperature in Nome had risen by 14 degrees Fahrenheit. What was the temperature there at noon? Okay, whether it's a temperature or thermometer problem or not, I set all of these up like a thermometer. In other words, 0 would be here in the middle. Nome is negative 29, so that's going to be below 0 somewhere. And it rises 14 degrees. Now, anytime you have rise or risen, it means you're going to add the numbers. So a negative 29 and then a positive 14 is a negative 15. So the temperature is negative 15 degrees Fahrenheit. The next one, how much higher was the 6 a.m. temperature in Dayton than Chicago? Again, I'm going to make a thermometer every time for these, whether it's a thermometer problem or not. Dayton is 39, that's above 0. And Chicago is negative 5, that's down here. And how much higher is literally asking you to get from negative 5 to 39, how far do you have to move? Well, from negative 5 to 0 is 5 units. And from 0 to 39 is 39 units. So you moved a total of 44 units. So how much higher was it? It was 44 degrees Fahrenheit higher. Shen is riding in a bike race that goes through a valley and a nearby mountain range. The table gives the altitude in feet above sea level for the 5 checkpoints in the race. Use the table to answer the questions. How much lower is checkpoint 4 than checkpoint 2? Even though it's not a temperature problem, I'm going to make it look like one because it's easier for me to visualize that. Checkpoint 4 is negative 178. That's down here. Sorry, that's a negative. And checkpoint 2 is 1,487, and that's positive, so it's above 0. How much lower? So it's asking you again, how much do you have to move from this one to get to this one? So from 1487 to 0 is 1487. And from 0 to negative 178 is 178 units. You don't measure distance in negative numbers, so you have to take the absolute value. Okay, so you're adding the distances. So 1487 plus 178 is 1,665. Okay, so it is 1,665 degrees Fahrenheit lower. I use the same wording that they used. Okay, the next one. The top of a hill rises 371 feet above checkpoint 4. Checkpoint 4 is negative 178. It's going up or rising 371 feet. What's the altitude of the top of the hill? Again, if it's rising, you're adding these two numbers. So negative 178 plus 371 equals a positive 193. So the altitude of the top of the hill is 193 feet above sea level. And I use the wording that was in the table for that.